moment. I had a chance to talk to you when you first went to Chicago. We talked about Jay-Z. And so I'm going to start that off because, you know, Jay-Z came out with the Black Album, and that was his retirement, and then he came back. So maybe not you coming back, but what about, like, is there anything in the future with maybe ownership or coaching or anything like that for you?
100%. I'm super grateful for playing the game for as long as I was able to play, but I know the game prepared me for this phase of life, and so for sure I want to be in an ownership position, but I also want to continue to impact the game, you know, in this side. So doing that alongside Adidas has been super special for me as the president of women's basketball. So I think continuing that and then talking about the game, like I'm sitting in y'all's seats, which is cool.
Hey Candace, how you doing?
Good.
First of all, congratulations. And then I want to ask you this too, with your jersey being retired today in Los Angeles and then later on in Chicago, and you're talking about impacting women's basketball, how do you feel that will continue to help you impact? And also, what Jay-Z song or album would best describe this moment for you?
First of all, I love that you guys continue to know that I still am obsessed with Jay-Z. You know, I think it's just, you know, seeing the three in the rafters where I first picked up the ball and where it's home now is incredible. And I think it just is, you know, about dreams and opportunity and all those things. You look where the WNBA is right now. I know there's going to be others alongside me. So I hope that that inspires, you know, those little girls out there. And then I think the Jay-Z song that describes right now is probably the Frank Sinatra remix, I Did It My Way.
Yeah. Hey Candace, DJ from LA Sparks Weekly. You talked about picking up the ball the same place that you first picked it up. What would you tell yourself that first day that you picked up the ball and today getting your jersey in the rafters?
I mean, what's possible? I think I represent coming from a family that told me I could do and be anything. And so I think it's just, I'm really proud of, you know, the kid. I think I would do it exactly the same because I think that's why I'm sitting here. So I've made mistakes, taking 2 steps forward, 1 back, but it's always just forward motion. So that's what I would tell her.
John W. Davis from Southern California News Group. Nice to see you again. From your perspective, why do you feel like it's appropriate that the first WNBA jersey that you have retired that goes up in the rafters is this Sparks one in comparison to any other one? Because I know you won championships other places, but this is where you started.
Well, like I said, I mean, when I got drafted out here, it's become home. I've lived here longer than I've lived anywhere else. And so it's super important for me to be able to see this jersey in the rafters before any of the other ones, because I think my 13 years here were super special. You know, it was ups, downs, wins, losses, heartbreaks, rewards, but I think it's just super special to be able to share that with the teammates and coaches and organization that, you know, bet on me, picked me first in 2008 WNBA draft. That was a long time ago.
Wow. The last question, we gotta go.
Hi Candace, UNC Annenberg Media, Dominique Williams. You know, I've seen a lot of interviews of you talk about before you came to WNBA, it was such a long league, and how you were in college, you had to eat Papa John's before a game. And now, all these years later, your jersey's about to be retired. Where the game of WNBA is at, how did you feel like you're leaving it, but also just seeing how all the other players are now able to benefit from all the endorsements too?
Well, first, the only thing I'm salty about is the chartered flights. That's the only thing that I'm like, I pressed send on the Instagram post, retired, and then all of a sudden Kathy wants to say there's chartered flights. So, a little salty about that, no, but I think where the game is just the next, picking it up and taking it to where it needs to go, leaving it better than you came into it. And I know I had vets and Lisa Leslie, who's here today. Cheryl Miller was a huge inspiration for me, and I think she laid the foundation to where the league is playing and the athleticism and the style of play. And so to see where women's sports is, I think as a society we should be proud, because I think we need women in leadership positions, and that's the best way to do it, through sport and giving it a chance. So I think the proud vet and retiree in me is looking at the game super excited, and now I can honestly say, you know, I can tell my kids that, you know, as a little girl, a little boy, like, you can dream it and you can do it and accomplish it.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you.